Treats? Tricks. Part 1. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by Megumi Watatsuki on Pixiv. You can find a link to their Pixiv in the description box. Go check them out. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Mira. I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction. Fanfiction is different than a comic. Comics come with pictures, whereas fanfiction is like reading a book. And I take it one step further and I narrate it like it's an audiobook. So if you like that, hit that like button and stick around. Please enjoy Treats, Tricks, Part 1. Adrian Agreste as Cat Noir. Well, this was no good. Cat Noir screamed as he fell through the sky, stuck in a pumpkin with his baton turned into candy. Even a broom would be more useful than a lollipop. Oh, of all the things to misinterpret, why did it have to be out of the Miraculous book? Cat turned to see Ladybug cackling, doing donuts with her broom. It wasn't the time to admire it, but he liked her dress. And her boots. That was cute. And choker? Paired with those gloves? Okay, so, well, he liked the entire ensemble. Not the time for that. "My lady!" he yelled, waving the sucker above his head. Land was approaching, and fast. "A little help?" "You're fine." She matched his speed. "It can float." "Yeah, sure. If this is zero gravity and up is down, then I'm totally floating." "No, Cat, use your mind. Picture it." "I'm picturing all 9 lives ending in a splat." She would grab him before that happens, right? "No, like..." The wind stole her sigh, but Cat Noir could still hear it. "Like a UFO." "A UFO?" The statement was enough for him to focus on the situation and not his panic, however brief. "Yeah, picture it hovering like a UFO." Well, no choice but to trust her. Cat closed his eyes, knowing she would catch him if she had to. That is, until he felt impact. Jutting forward, Cat yelled, holding onto his lollipop for dear life as he waited for the pain to come. Except, well, it didn't. Is this what death felt like? A cool breeze, and Ladybug laughing somewhere above him? She had such a delightful laugh. It made him want to join her giggles. Wait, if Cat was dead, but Ladybug laughed, did she die too? Cat slitted his eyes open, squinting with negative anticipation before realizing he wasn't dead. No, he floated in the sky. Well, above a lamppost, to be precise. There were a lot of looks from 3 meters below, and he couldn't blame them. "I'm alive?" "You hit the lamppost, silly." Oops. He could be embarrassed, but the truth of the situation sunk in. Cat Noir had a flying pumpkin. A flying pumpkin! "Can I pilot this?" He lurched forward as he spoke, nearly breaking his neck from whiplash, like a boy learning stick shift off a YouTube video. "Careful!" Ladybug kept her grin but raised her eyebrows. "Oh, yeah, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, it's not like I could die in this or anything." She rolled her eyes, circling him on her broom. She'd finally shown him the Miraculous book again, and he'd convinced her to try out a page that had Ladybug and a black cat, the feline edition, sketched out. Who knew it'd turn her into a witch and him into... Actually, he wasn't sure what he'd turned into. Would he be able to get out of this pumpkin after he finally got the hang of piloting it? Could other people drive? He could already see Carapace wanting to turn. The dude might crash it, but hey, that's life. Come on! What's the stress of being a hero worth if we can't enjoy the little perks once in a while? He grinned as she hovered in front of him. My lady, Cat began, are you asking me on a date? Ladybug rolled her eyes, brushing the bristles of her broom across his face as she turned her back on him. Don't read into it, silly. Just in time for Halloween. You and this Halloween thing, she sighed. Come on, LB. You know you love pumpkin spice stuff. He could practically hear her roll her eyes again. I'd only admit it if you beat me to Notre Dame. What? But it was too late. Ladybug took off at the end of her sentence, her momentum spinning his pumpkin so he twirled. As if it wasn't hard enough to drive this gourd. Oh, come on, he yelled, knowing he'd lose. Well, may as well learn how to steer. Cat Noir tried to follow her and, after quite some embarrassment, made it to the roof of Notre Dame without injury. I win, Ladybug sang as Cat all but crash-landed. You got the beginner's item, he huffed, trying to wiggle his foot out of the pumpkin. It was cool in theory, but he liked his baton better. His baton that was now a lollipop. We need to find a way to change this back to normal. Ladybug stared at him for a moment, then crossed her arms. Cat? What? Who are you? He returned her stare. What? Flying pumpkins? Me as, She gestured to her outfit, giving him an appropriate chance to check her out instead of being sneaky. Witch? He pointed the heart-shaped lollipop at her. You really want me to rebrand myself as the Candyman? Okay, listen, Candy Cat. Ladybug leaned into her broom. I'm supposed to be the one who over-worries, you know. My, how the turntables. Do you really want to go back to the way things were? Cat looked down at his pumpkin, then at Ladybug. Witch edition. I mean, if Hawkmoth has a Halloween persona, then I might be down for sticking this out a bit longer. Right. Ladybug laughed and shook her head. No, that spell should have only affected us. He narrowed his eyes. You don't sound too confident. Probably. Ah. They stared at each other before looking out at the city. Any ideas? Carapace? Carapace? See what happens when he transforms, I mean. Oh, she nodded. Got it. Smart boy. Cat's ears twitched at the praise. Or, undo it. Just in case. But Ladybug was already on the broom. Be right back, she yelled, zipping off into the depths of Paris, leaving Cat Noir half stuck in a magical pumpkin on the roof of Notre Dame. Ah, jeepers. This was going to be a long night. Thank you so much for listening. Part 2 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fan fiction, and I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like. And if you are sticking around to hear what kind of comment, put Candy Cat. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!